we get cracking, and it's hay season, and the hay season was going just beautifully out at Linga, not too far from the mighty town of Underbull. And Andrew Wilsmore, well, a shower of rain arrived and just curtailed the hay season, and curtailed them like the Ouyen United Kangas were curtailed. He was off the tractor and not doing too much, but he joins us now because he's back out cutting hay again. G'day, Andrew. How are you?
G'day, mate. Yeah, silly season has started once again, so we're knocking a bit down. Here we go for 2023, and oh, mate, just seems like yesterday we just finished.
Oh, what a week it's been, and a big week for the Sunraysia football. But before I talk about that, I actually was in Ouyen in the week, and it was really great. Tracy Lawson took me down to the gym and showed me the magnificent facility that you've now got there at Ouyen. I had a look around. It's a really big building too. It's fantastic, and they've got additions coming in later on too. Oh, look, this is going to be fantastic for your footy and netball club, and all your other sports in town too, but just the general health and well-being of people in Ouyen. What a fantastic initiative. I was so impressed with what I saw, Andrew.
Yeah, look, just an amazing accomplishment, mate. Just the community, they just get things done. So, look, the idea was floated, let's build a gym, and the amazing volunteers and the incredible amount of work that's gone into it, and it's just turned out a treat. Going to be widely used. It's just a ripper facility, and once again, just a credit to those people involved that got that up and running, saw a vision and made it happen. Brilliant.
It is brilliant, and I know I was talking to Andy Jardine about Ouyen United Kangas and injuries. It seems to have been a key thing in your footy club, and I think that this is part of the strength and conditioning. When you have a gym, your players in the off-season, they can still train. If it's a boiling hot night or whatever, you can go in there, an air conditioner can be going, and you can really pump through some work on the weights. Get yourself ready and get your strength and conditioning ready, Andrew, and I think this is going to be a crucial part. I know the club's got its own small gym, but I think this gives people the opportunity to do it in a bit of a fashion like they might feel like they're up in a bigger country town, like I say, a Mildura or a Horsham or somewhere else, and that this gives people the confidence to go and get fit too, who may not have been fit before, but maybe it's their chance to really turn it on. And I think Sammy Mead was one this year that's really turned it on with his fitness, so I think this is a really good thing.
Yeah, it's excellent. It just adds a little bit more, say, professionalism, I think would be the word to our club. So it'll get regularly used, no doubt about it. There'll be regular sessions there. So in the off season, that's the plan. Let's try and shift a bit of steel and get a bit of work into it. So we're ready to go for next year. Injuries really cost us this year when you lose your entire spine, and then right at the end we lost several more. So just really, really hurt us and inhibited us to put our best performance out on the park. So hopefully the gym and everything else that goes with it is a small step in heading forwards to 2024.
Absolutely is. All right, elimination final on Sunday. Irimple, 17-13, 115. Wentworth, 6-10, 46. The Swallows swallowed up the Wentworth side. And I just say this, they might have had a fantastic big forward line, but they just, on the day, came up against a fantastic team.
Yeah, they did. Irimple looked incredibly solid. Dan Coughlin, Nick Mee, mate, they got some stars all around the ground. Wentworth were forced to push because of the absence of Andy Wall. They had to push Jared Brander back, so they actually kicked with the breeze in the first quarter, and they put Jared at centre-half back, nearly behind the ball, and that sort of, was an indication that, look, we need to defend before we can attack, and unfortunately they couldn't have him both ends of the ground, and Irimple look an absolute class above. I tell you what, they're just running into some nice form. They've got a full list to pick from. They're going to take some stopping.
Oh, are they what? And I want to say about it's always you see these really two big names in their list, and it's Coughlin and me. They were magnificent. But another fellow that may go under the radar is Pezzaniti. Now, Nick Pezzaniti has actually been 17 games this season. He kicked 3 on the weekend, but he has not missed a game in the season and has not missed kicking a goal in any game of the season. That consistency is what makes a footy club, and you could rely on a bloke to bob up and kick goals every week of the season. Then you know you've got some action that's going to be helping you get a winning team.
Yeah, absolutely. Another quality player. They've got them right across the board. If you let any one of them off the chain, Liam Garlick down forward as well, has been in the goals regularly. So they're a very even spread team that can cover each another. They play incredibly well, play some nice team footy. Once again, they appear to have a full list on the park, and that's what you want running into September. So, look, mate, the tide's changed a little bit, I think. We'll have our tips a little bit later on, but these boys are warming as more than warm favourites for the flag.
Yeah, they are. Robinvale Euston 10-10-70 in a dogfight over Mildura 9-8-62. What a game of footy it was. Mildura actually led this at three-quarter time by 3 points, and it turned out in a classic finish, a 4-goal one to a 2-goal 2-quarter, and it was Robinvale Euston who I think have maybe surprised a few here, because I think a lot of people thought Mildura, they're classed in the middle with Kerridge. I think they thought that they might just nudge past our Robinvale side, but at John James Oval at home deck for them, it was magnificent footy, and they came home with a crowd chanting at the end.
Yeah, no doubt. I think the home crowd and the home ground advantage got them over the line in that one, and Mildura will have it this week going into this final as well. So that'll be a factor in that. But over there at Robinvale, they're always tough to beat, and they dug deep. Look, it wasn't a convincing win, but they got the job done. They're into a grand final. They get a week off, and they get to sit back and watch the others belt themselves up. So a good win, great solid win. I wouldn't say convincing, but they're there. So congratulations.
Yeah, Isaiah Johnson wasn't his dominant force that he has been, particularly when he's been playing against you blokes, the Ouyen United Kangas. Isaiah Johnson is a bigger force, but he was still a 2-goal force. But Ethan Gill was the star, kicked a couple, and also best on ground. The Zapier brothers were in it too, and a good performance from Lando and Martin, 2 apiece, and Benjamin Hurley tried hard over at Mildura, but they get a regroup, and it is a regroup for the prelim this week. Your tips are going to be important right now, because Mildura play Orimple at Brian Waitman Oval, and everyone, and a big bar none, all of us media scribes, are gone for Orimple to beat Mildura.
I think I'm not going to go against them, mate. Mildura have the home ground advantage, but Orimple just at the right time. They look to be fair dinkum unstoppable. I think they'll win against Mildura, and I'm going to go even further and say they're going to go all the way. They'll beat Robinvale at the precinct the week after.
Oh, wow, he tipped it already. He's gone 2 weeks forward. It's like hay cutting, isn't it? You have to look forward to when the rain's coming, isn't it?
They look impressive. I just think, and it's always known, whoever's got the fittest, healthiest list this time of year nearly always prevails, and they're just such an even unit that play some sensational footy. So I'm picking them to go all the way, mate. Yep.
Yeah. Look, it's hard not to. You go through and have a look at their ruck line. Henderson in great form. It's a big clash against John Lee. In the middle, Kerridge versus Coughlin. That is the jewel of the year. The 2 players, probably the best 2 footballers in the league. I mean, Kerridge has, since his AFL career, played some fantastic football up in the Heathcote District League. He came second to my nephew, actually, in the medal up there. So I just to point that out, that my nephew knocked him over by a vote back 2 years ago. But that's a sideline. Kerridge is a stunning footballer and kicks goals, but so does Coughlin. 2 midfielders that kick goals. That'll be worth going through the gate for.
Yeah, that's going to be a cracking battle. Look, they're both superstars, no doubt. Similar build, big, strong, big-bodied mids that, they're expected to get their 30, 40 touches a game and kick goals. It'd be interesting to see whether they play off each other or they go head to head. But look, you guarantee both of them are going to get a lot of it, and it'll be an incredible battle to watch, no doubt.
Yeah, I think the forward set up there too for Orimple. I mean, Pezzanidi's been kicking goals weekly. Brownbridge has had a good season. It's going to be hard to stop Nick Mee when he goes forward. He does kick goals too. And the other side of the ledger, they'll be really relying on Matthews and Camilleri to get them the forward set up, and then Kerridge to kick some goals out of the midfield. I think the goal-kicking power for Orimple is far greater than Mildura, and come finals time, the big men stand up. It's a big day. It's a big weekend, and it's going to be a beauty at Brian Wakeman Oval. We'll look forward to the big grandy, and I'll catch up with you maybe cutting a few more paddocks of hay over there at Linga near Underbull. Great to have you on board, Andrew.
Cheers, mate. Send some sun. Only cut hay while the sun's shining, but it's all good, mate. Chat to you next